guys? Welcome to another episode of PHT Café. I am the better brother, Danny.
Nope, he's not. I'm the better brother, and I'm Edwin. We're going to be talking about real estate inspections and a bunch of other great things for you today. Thanks again for tuning in. And what's up, bro? That was a great intro.
That was good, right? I was ready. I was in the zone.
Yeah,
the auto zone.
We were trying to do that intro a couple times, and he kept messing up, but he got it. He got it eventually.
Yeah,
good job, bud. Good job.
What's up, man? What's new?
Well, listen, I wanted to talk about the greatest basketball player of all time.
Jesus.
LeBron James.
He's just trying to get people to comment.
Yeah, we're gonna hashtag LeBron James GOAT. And Michael Jordan sucks. Just to get views, they're gonna tune in. They're like, "Wait, we're talking about inspections."
I think you just said real estate. Yeah, he's obsessed with LeBron James recently because of all his new accolades, and I don't care at all about any of it.
I like basketball. You like basketball.
I like watching basketball.
We haven't watched basketball as much lately because we're Heat fans, and the Heat haven't been. I mean, they've been good. They haven't been bad at all. Yeah, they just all the talk's always about LeBron and whatever he's up to. But I'm a fan, and I'm a fan because he was part of the Heat those 4 years, and those 4 years were like my best times as a fanatic of sports.
Yeah,
those 4 years were a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. I lived in New York at the time, and we bonded over it.
We did.
Yeah, we would talk all the time during games. We would watch games together, like FaceTime and all that shit.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And so he's just, I think he put the stamp on being the best of all time, greatest of all time, because, now he's the leading scorer of all time in the National Basketball Association. What do you think about
that? That's great. Good job. But if you're watching, LeBron, great job.
Oh, we'll tag him.
There you go. We'll tag him. I'm sure he looks at that.
Yeah, we'll tag him.
Oh, what? PHT Cafe?
Thanks, guys.
Next time, there's going to be a giant man sitting right here. I'm so excited to be here, guys. Thank you.
We're just going to hire a giant man and not show his head. We're like, that's LeBron.
That's definitely LeBron.
What else is going on with you, bud?
Dude, my daughter stopped sleeping. I'm so tired.
That's why you don't care. You don't care about that or anything else. You want to sleep.
Yeah, it's like when you're a new parent and like for the first couple months, the baby like doesn't know when to sleep, how to sleep, whatever. So you go through all these different like sleep regressions. And right now, she's like a full person. Like she like talks to us. She's a year and 9 months, and she'll talk to us. She'll joke with us and stuff. Like it's a lot of gibberish and stuff. But she was sleeping 12 hours a night. 12 hours a night. That's so beautiful. Fantastic. It is not the case anymore. Oh. And now she will sleep in the bed with us. And Melissa's all about it. She loves it. And I'm like,
oh man. You're going to break her.
Yeah. So now every night while she's sleeping, I just punch her in the face a little bit. Okay. And just so that she starts to think, hey, the bed is bad.
Yeah.
Every time I wake up, my face hurts. And I don't even know why. It's because I'm punching you, baby.
Yeah.
But
we got to put a disclaimer under. Speaking about disclaimers, that was just a joke.
I don't punch my baby. I guess that's true. We do need a disclaimer. Just kidding. I don't punch my baby. It's my wife I was hitting in that joke. No, just kidding. I don't hit her either. She's scary. She'd much more likely hit me.
Yeah, she was punching you. I was going to say she was punching you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens, man. They stop sleeping, and, they're figuring themselves out. So good luck with that, man.
Yeah.
Good luck. We're all going through our stuff as parents, different phases, and things like that. We talked about the last episode how my oldest daughter had a little car accident. It was a fender bender, but you worry about those things. Yeah, those are things that you don't have to worry about.
It wasn't something I wasn't worrying about until now. And now I'm like stressed out about her driving, even though she's a baby.
Yeah, she'll be driving. I mean, she'll be driving a little, toy car. She'll have accidents on that, but
she has. I have video from her baby cam of her trying to stand on it, and
there you go. Oh, the fender bender's pretty bad.
Yeah, I cried a little bit. It was so sad.
Yeah, is she like into the phone still? I remember you were telling me like she got her little iPad and the phone.
She likes the iPad. She doesn't really care about the phones anymore, though. She does like to pick it up and like put it against her ear.
Yeah,
because every time she does that, we go, "Hello," and she's like, "I'm such an adult." Just walk around.
I have a phone call. Don't tell her not to wash it, not to put it in the washer.
Is that something happened with your kid?
Is that something that happened? Yeah, not with. Yeah, with my kid. Yeah, with my kid. It wasn't me. Totally, dude. So I took the sheet the other day. I took the sheets off the bed to put them in the washing machine, and Liz, it's your fault. Who leaves their phone on top of their bed?
Yeah, it's totally her fault.
Yeah, right.
No.
So I picked up all this stuff. I didn't realize her phone was there, and then an hour later, we're calling her phone. It's not ringing, and I'm like, I don't know where it is. We went out through the house, upstairs, downstairs. We couldn't find the phone, and all of a sudden she's pinging it with her little, with her Apple Watch and stuff. Nothing. And I'm like, oh my God, please God no. And I go into the washer, and sure enough, yeah, it's at the bottom of the washer. The cycle had unfortunately gone all the way through, so there was not just water in the phone. There's water, there's soap, there's bleach, there's softener. It's not water, bleach, softener, and detergent proof. It's waterproof, but it's not all those other things proof.
Gotcha.
So the phone, is broken, and yeah. So just tell story not to watch that. Okay. So we got a new. Now we're getting all new phones. So
yeah,
and it was a great thing. Yeah, it was a great thing. It's a big blessing for everybody.
All right, what's our topic today?
So you don't have the iPhone Mini anymore, huh?
Why you gotta do that? No, I don't have the iPhone Mini anymore.
Yeah,
because they don't make it anymore. Because apparently, everybody has bigger hands than me. So
yeah,
that's. I went in and I was like, "I'll take the Mini, please." And they're like, "Oh, we stopped making that at the 13." And I was like, "What am I supposed to do with a normal sized phone with these hands? I'm gonna be dropping it everywhere." But yeah, it's true. I drop it all the time. I drop it all the time. Yeah, so I got the regular one. Like, look, I can't even wrap my hand around it. People think I'm joking. I'm not. I have very small hands. Listen, I come from a small clan. You see my brother.
Yeah.
And you think
not small.
You think that he and I would have similar features like that because we have the same father.
Yeah.
But I got my father's body where I am taller and have bigger hands and bigger feet than all of my uncles. They're all little
tiny men.
They're all tiny, strong, but tiny men. And you
like I use that strong. Like they're strong.
You're strong. They're strong, but they're very small. And you got your mom's family's body, and they are not small. So
they're not small.
That is why that happened. And and honestly, all my other brothers, we have 4 brothers. They all have bigger hands than me. I just have my. It is what it is. Listen, I'm 35. I don't give a shit anymore. I'm not walking around like I'm not trumping, trying to keep my hands hidden so you can't say anything. I know what they look like. Anyway, iPhone Mini, I miss you.
All right. Well. Rest in peace, iPhone Mini. Well, as we talk about, we use it's funny because our phones are such a big part of our business, right? I think probably everybody's business. So that day, the 2 days after that that I killed her phone, she was without a phone for 2 whole days. And she was this close from going into a depression. Luckily, she had her Apple Watch. So her phone was her watch.
She was just like,
yeah, she was like literally. But I found an old iPhone I had somewhere before, she went completely insane. But yeah, so our phones are like our tools. And it's funny because now with your phone, we have an app. For example, I have an app. You can search homes. You can get financing and things like that. Or you can apply for financing through your phone, through different apps. And, for example, I had a customer and they were talking to me about, okay, what do I do as far as financing? And I have a real estate broker that I work with. A mortgage broker. And she's like, well, they can go to the app and they could do the application and everything like that. And she's like, but what's the difference? This is a question that comes up a lot. What type of financing, Edwin, am I getting? Am I doing conventional? Because on the little app it says conventional or FHA, right? And those are the 2 types of financing that that most people get when they're buying a property. Segue.
I see what you did there. Is that the topic today?
That's the topic today, baby. Financing for your home. How does it affect the purchase? And also, how does it affect inspections?
Cool.
Yeah.
Begin. How does it affect
inspections? You tell me.
Well, inspections, I mean, it's what is needed, right? And how strict they are. So with all the different financing, they have different rules that they abide by, different things that they'll accept and they won't.
Right.
So with conventional, they're the most lenient. You can get away with a lot when it comes to a conventional loan. Mm-hmm. If you're paying cash, you can get away with pretty much everything because you're just saying, I'm taking this house. Here's my money.
Yeah.
But when a bank is involved, they want to protect their asset, which is the large amount of money that they're giving you, the loan itself. So with conventional, you can get away with the most. You just need the regular inspection, a 4-point, a wind mitt if you want to, get some discount points to bring down your premium a little bit. With FHA, similar reports, but they're a lot more strict with certain things, right? So there's certain things that could be damaged that aren't necessarily even on the report, but if the appraiser sees it, they won't do it. I had an issue the other day where an appraiser went into a house that I did an inspection on and noticed that there wasn't separation between the garage and the house attic. Right, there wasn't a firewall there that went all the way up. So in a house, you do need a firewall protecting the main house from the garage. So that includes the door. The door has to be solid wood, all that good stuff. This guy noticed that there was an opening from the garage into the attic space of the main house, and they ended up, even though it was on the report, but it's not in a 4-point because that's not part of what a 4-point covers, because the appraiser called it out, the sellers actually had to fix that for the deal to be able to go through because they were still the bank was still gonna back out. So, things like that. When it comes to a VA loan, which is the Veterans Association,
Department of Veteran Affairs.
Veteran Affairs, there it is. They are wildly strict. They require the most amount of reports. So even if the house is brand new, you need a WDO, which is wood destroying organism or termites. They require, if you're buying a manufactured home, they require like a tie down inspection, a structural like engineer inspection, which only engineers can do. We had this issue the other day where the guy's like, "Oh, I'm buying this manufactured home because I don't have too much cash to spend," and it was like, "Oh, well, you're about $1,500 deep in inspections right now because of all the things that they need." Yeah, it was wild. So yeah, that's kind of how the severity of how many reports they need, what's allowed to be wrong with the house, and how strict they are with those types of things.
Okay, I think it's good to know that when one of the reasons, right, that FHA, for example, asks for more things, or they might be a little bit more strict, is that typically a person that finances through an FHA loan, which is a federally backed loan, they have to put less money down, right? So if they're putting, for example, most people that buy through FHA programs, they put 3.5% of the purchase price as their down payment, right? Somebody that's buying conventional, they can put anywhere from 5% to 20%. So the loan amount that they're getting as an FHA loan, it's a lot bigger than somebody that would get a conventional loan, all right? Yeah. So that's why the FHA program is a little bit more strict because, again, they're lending more money, compared to what you're putting as down payment than if you were getting a conventional loan. Yeah. So they got to protect, like you said, they're trying to protect their investment. So they want to be a little bit more picky because they are giving you more money based on the purchase price.
Yeah. Right? Absolutely.
Awesome. So what issues have you found that have maybe affected an FHA deal? Because I know sometimes an FHA, the obviously the roof is a big one, right? That's probably the biggest.
Yeah, the roof is definitely the biggest because it is
the highest price,
usually the highest price point item on the house. And when it comes to a roof, if the roof is a gateway to everything else going wrong, right? Yeah. Like if you're getting water, something that I tell people all the time is water where it's not supposed to be is your biggest enemy in your house. Through the pipes, great. Anywhere else, disastrous. If there is water anywhere it's not supposed to be, that starts creating problems. So obviously the roof is your main protection against water. And if water's getting in, it'll affect absolutely every other part of the house. So they are really, really strict on that. Even with us, our reports, we'll send in a report to the insurer, and the bank will have the insurer send their own inspector too, just to double check a roof. Now, they don't inspect the roof completely. Like they're not going to climb on top of it like I do. They're not going to get inside the attic. They just kind of look from the outside. But it's that extra layer of I guess checks and balances on the roof to make sure, okay, are we really protected? Like, is this roof okay? Yeah. So
something that we ran into when your mom was buying the house. Remember the electric panel? That's another thing that comes up.
Yeah.
It can with conventional, but definitely with FHA loans, that's going to be something that they're going to
100%. It's just the brand. Well, not just the electrical itself. So when you're looking at the way it's wired, and are things grounded and things like that are obvious that anybody would be upset about. FHA's really strict about certain brands that they won't accept. Right. So like Federal Pacific is a brand, they will not accept it. Zinsco is another brand, they won't accept it. So if you have a house that you're thinking about selling maybe, and you look and you see FPE on the front of your electrical panel, there is a 95% chance that if you want to sell it, they're going to make you change that.
Yeah.
Because no one's going to be able to get insurance with that panel on.
And ultimately, that's the main thing, right? Like, they're not going to be able to insure that property because of that issue. So the bank wants to make sure that you're able to secure insurance for it.
Yeah, exactly. If you can't get insurance, you can't get a mortgage.
Yeah.
If you're paying cash, you can do whatever the hell you want. But if you want to get insurance,
now there are ways, obviously, as you're, you talk to your realtor when you go through a process like that. And there are situations where the bank will make an exception as long as you sign something that says you're going to get that replaced after closing, and they are going to make sure that you do it, obviously. So it doesn't necessarily have to happen before closing, but it definitely has to happen.
Yeah, and the thing with that is it's becoming more and more strict lately. Like 3 years ago, we probably would have gotten away with a lot more.
Yeah.
But a lot of insurance companies have left Florida. So I think Citizen is one where they're like, all right, we're going to give you insurance. It's going to be wildly expensive until you fix it.
Exactly.
And you have, 30 days to fix it.
It'll be like 4 times what it would have been. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it gets crazy sometimes. And they're like, take it or leave it. And no one else will take it. So you're just like, it's kind of like that monopoly thing. Where it's like, I have no choice.
I mean, it's important, right? Like electricity and power coming into your house, you got to make sure it's safe. And, you want to, as the buyer, make sure that you have the best or the safest option for your family, right?
Yeah, of course.
And you know what else is electric? Rihanna's Super Bowl performance.
You just wanted to talk about that so badly. I hate you.
Did you watch it? I mean, did you? We were there together. We watched this.
We were in the same house. Yes,
and the halftime show.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what'd you think? What'd you think about not the game, obviously, but what'd you think about the Super Bowl performance?
Not the game, obviously. What'd you think about Riri?
Listen, honestly, though, as far as football games go, that was a great game. It was a great game.
I assume it was. I ate too much and then left halfway to go to sleep.
You did.
I sure did.
But it was a good game. But the show, what'd you think?
It was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
I like Rihanna. Yeah. She's fun. I like that she doesn't care what anybody thinks about anything.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, I'm sure people like talked crap about it and they're like, oh, she barely moved. Like, okay, she's a billionaire. Like, she doesn't care what you think.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm one of the ones that said that, like, but she's not moving. And they're like, but she's pregnant. I'm like, but it's halftime.
But it's halftime.
You gotta move. The stage was great. The whole I love the memes that came out afterwards.
The Super Smash Bros.
Super Smash Bros. Was so great.
That was good.
That was so good.
Yeah, I saw that people were like, "Oh, this is the worst Super Bowl performance ever," and then everyone started coming out of the woodwork with the videos of all the actual much worse.
Yeah.
Super
Have you
Bowl
seen
ones.
Madonna's Super Bowl? Do you remember Madonna's Super Bowl? No, because it's garbage. It's so bad.
It's also because I'm much younger than you.
No, she actually didn't do it that long ago.
Oh, no?
Yeah, it's less than 10 years
I
ago.
also don't even watch the Super Bowl. I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't care. I go for the food.
The best Super Bowl ever, and I think everybody in this room, all the people that are here in this room would agree, it's the J-Lo Shakira Super Bowl halftime show, obviously.
Yeah, I don't remember any of the performances, but I remember being very warm. I was like, oh my.
Oh my.
Yeah, they showed one from like the 50s, and it was just like a bunch of old ladies like, and
like one little firework.
Yeah.
Back to the game.
Back to the game.
All right, bro. Listen, thank you so much. I want to take this time to say thank you to my brother for just being my brother.
Oh, man.
I know you didn't really have a choice.
I did not. And if I did,
you would have chosen me
the other direction.
10 out of 10. He knows
no,
it.
Thank
20
you.
out of 20. But thank you, bud. Appreciate you.
Okay. I feel like this is a trap. I don't know what's happening. Is your hand poisoned right now? Or am I going to die on the way home?